And attention turns to, like, what do you do now? And everybody puts themselves in that position. Like, wow, am I covered enough? What kind of insurance would I have? We're hearing a lot now that people in the Houston area didn't have flood insurance because they weren't technically in a flood zone. Well, Lloyd Vickers he's a licensed public insurance adjuster. He's dealt with dozens of disasters across the country, including all kinds of hurricanes. Lloyd, thanks for being here to try to fill us in a little. Thanks for being here on the morning show.
You're welcome.
So, how many people do you know offhand? Would anybody in Houston have flood insurance?
Well, some people would, yes. Most of the flood insurances are sold by a map, and if the map shows you being in a floodplain, in order to get a mortgage, you have to have flood insurance. But the reality is there's a lot of people out there that think they may have had flood insurance on their typical policy that they purchase. And I'm telling you right now that if you don't have two separate policies that say, one that says flood insurance and one that says dwelling and that type of thing, then you typically are not going to have flood insurance.
So all these people, they're saying 450,000 people in Texas alone are going to apply for some type of federal assistance. Now, that federal assistance, if you didn't have flood insurance, Loy, and you lost your home to a flood, what happens?
Well, what we've seen in the past is the FEMA will get involved in conjunction with the Small Business Administration, and they put together some low-cost home loan programs for folks to help get them back into their houses. But the sad reality is that's a loan, and so now you may have two mortgages on your house where you didn't have that before. So. It's important that people understand what's in their policy. And we counsel all of our clients to review their policies at least every 2 years. And I was first licensed as an agent in 1989, so I've seen this over a long period of time. The days of you buying an insurance policy and just sticking it in the drawer based on, hey, I have a $500 deductible or a $1,000 deductible and X number of dollars worth of coverage and expecting everything to be covered, especially here in Texas, is gone because policies are changing at a rapid rate right now. So you have to know what's in your policy, and the time to do that is not when a storm is barreling down the path at you. You need to do that usually on an annual basis, I would say.
Yeah.
At this point, like I said, we counsel all of our people to do it every 2 years. At a very minimum because of the changes in the policies that we're seeing now.
They're calling this a once in every 500-year storm, Loy. So how does this affect people's rates, everybody across the country?
Yeah, I mean, this storm, I've been doing this a long time, and some of our adjusters have gone back even as far as Hurricane Andrew, which hit in 1991. And to see a storm that comes to shore like this and then parks and dumps all this rain that we've got is just unbelievable. And all the local building officials that require the codes and all that kind of thing for building processes use a 100-year storm as the benchmark. And so now we're having a storm here that they're saying, which is 500 years, and I tend to agree with that because no one's ever seen this much water dropped in a short period of time. It's absolutely amazing.
Does that mean policies across the country are going to go up?
Well, I think policies are going to go up, especially in the areas affected. They always go up a little bit when a storm like this hits. But in reality, there's a couple of things that you need to take into consideration here. Not only are the policies going to go up, but like in the case of Florida, when the hurricanes hit there, the people were hit with kind of a double financial issue whenever they got their houses fixed, and now the taxes went up. So we saw a lot of people that would come in from up north, the snowbirds and that type of thing, that could no longer afford their houses because the tax base got so high after the repairs are done. So there's a lot of things that you're going to have to maneuver through these storms, and it's never good when one of these things hits. But I know the people in the United States will rise up above this and help their fellow victims, I guess, out of the situation. I was in Louisiana last week, and we were going through and trying to help some of those folks that were in the flood a year ago. And it's amazing, some of those people were able to get their houses fixed. And there were some houses that hadn't even been started yet.
Yeah. No
So,
kidding.
you know, it's going to take a little bit of time to get this done. I guess that's where I'm trying to go with this.
It's going to take some time, but for the rest of us, check that insurance policy in the drawer and make sure you're prepared. Lloyd, how can we find you online? How can we find more information about you?
Yeah, go to www.empirepublicadjusters.com or call our office if you have any questions at 866-214-7461.
Perfect. Lloyd Vickers, thanks for the time, buddy.
Eventually, the rains will end, and that will mean dealing with insurance claims, construction crews, and such. Lloyd Vickers is a property insurance adjuster and says the key is to contact your insurance company before Friday because of a change in the law, September 1st.
It's called a notice of claim, but it needs to be done before Friday because Friday is the 1st and the new law takes effect then. And so basically, to reiterate what I said, is the new law that's taking effect is more beneficial to the insurance company in the claims process than it is to the policyholder. And so if you get your claim filed before Friday, then you're still under the old insurance code laws that were written previous to this taking effect. Because all you're doing is telling your insurance company
that
hey,
I'm going to be
I've
doing
got a
it.
claim,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
trust me, by now you will know if you have a claim.
Even if the rain is still falling and Harvey's not completely gone by Friday, I can file notice of claim.
That's correct.
That is Lloyd Vickers, a property insurance adjuster.